Good evening and welcome along to live coverage of Brighton and Hove Albion versus Sunderland in the Premier League 2. After a flying start to their league campaign, the Albion now sit just outside the top 16 places, but can break back in with a win tonight. It's an awfully long way down to Sussex for today's visitors, but the Black Cats will be buoyed by their best run of league form this season, losing one of their last 5. With just 8 games left in the PL2 season, who can start a run toward the top half of the table tonight in Lancing? Well, welcome along to my Albion TV. My name is Matt Drabble and I'm your commentator for this evening. It's my pleasure to bring this one to you from a rather chilly American Express Elite Football Performance Centre. Before we get any further, let's have a look at the lineups for both sides. We'll start with the Albion. Shannon Ruth names 4 changes from that narrow defeat last time out to Liverpool. The suspended Yusuf Owusu departs along with Freddie Simmons, Aidan West and the in-form Kofi Shaw. Coming in to replace them, Barkley, Middleton, Brett and Silsby. It looks like a tweak in shape for the Seagulls. 3-4-2-1. Jensen's in goal. The back 3 is made up of Mackley, Barkley and Atom. At wing back are long-time Albion Academy faces in Tasker and Mills, and playing just behind Brett up top are Oriola and Silsby. There's news on the bench too, where there's a spot for highly thought of USA youth international Darius Lane, who would make his PL2 debut if he came on tonight. Graham Murty also names 4 changes for Sunderland after their 5-goal thriller with Leicester. Out goes keeper Isaac Allen, also gone are Lenz, Dinsdale and Neal. So Cowan, Holcroft, Scott and Gergerson come in. It's a 4-2-3-1. 17-year-old Joe Cowan makes a first Premier League 2 start in goal. The back line features Hester and Walsh as fullbacks, with Kindon and Hunt between them. Jones and Holcroft play deeper in midfielder, and Whittaker, Proctor and Scott form a 3 behind Geragushin up top. Referee for today is Isaac Searle. He's assisted by David Pilling and Andy Bennett. The 4th official is Ross Murphy. Well, just like that, we are in the business end of the Premier League 2 season. Who can kickstart a run tonight to try and carry them forward into those all-important playoffs come April time? Sunderland will get us underway. A long journey down for the fabled Academy of Light. Pitch black night here in Lancing for this one. Final checks completed by Isaac Searle. Marching back, Aidan West, and finally we are underway in Lancing. Albion immediately forcing Sunderland backwards. Hester. Strong challenge made by Mackley, who was looking for a whistle. Barkley, now Charlie Tasker. Played further forward last time out as a wing back on this right-hand side today. The Albion want themselves a throw on the near side. Shane and T. On diagonal from Barkley. Put down by Harry Mills. Albion throw. Tasker. Maya Oriola. Early spell of Albion possession, forcing Sunderland to work hard. And now they come out to close down Barkley and Mackley. Another diagonal hit by Barkley into a fantastic area. And Maya Oriola is off and running for the Albion. He's done well to get there first. Looking for a cutback to someone in blue and white. Middleton. Atom helps it out wide to Harry Mills. Swung in by Tasker, well blocked in the end by Bailey Hester. Albion will have to settle for a throw, but there's 2 balls on the pitch. Another lovely crossfield ball by Barkley, the 3rd or 4th he's put in already. Driven into the feet of Adam Brett and cleared away to the halfway line. Callum Mackley was waiting. Positive opening 2 minutes from the Albion. Sunderland yet to really get a foot on the ball as it swings from right to left and out toward Harry Mills, but just as I say that, the Albion give it away. Sunderland throw. Thrown in by Walsh. Scooped over the top and off and running on this left-hand side is Whittaker. Charlie Tasker dealt with it initially. Whittaker bit back and then another challenge from Tasker will lead to an Albion throw. Whittaker can't quite believe it. Had his taste of first-team experience in pre-season. Tasker did well. Victory against Wycombe Wanderers. Guided up the line. Albion springing forward with Tyler Silsby. Jesse Middleton. Now at the feet of Tasker. Down the line to Oriola. Lovely cut back by Oriola. Spun into the penalty area and it hit Middleton as much as anything. Will be an Albion corner kick. Last touch off a red and white shirt. Taken short. Silsby. Middleton changing the angle. Delivery rather flat. Harry Mills. The time to loop one back wide. Just a Sunderland throw. But again, Albion pressure. Winning the ball high. We'll start again. Callum Mackley. Quickly moved on by Tasker. Oriola drawing challenges and a good one in the end by Bailey Hester. Good run, darting down the line by Adam Brett, but the cross is far too strong for Mills. Sunderland will take back over. Tasker. Mackley. Floated wide by NT. There's a real pace and tempo about the way the Albion are moving the ball these opening 7 minutes. Really enjoyable to watch. Back in field by Mackley, and all got too tight in the end, and maybe Sunderland could break. Jaden Jones. Chance to deliver from the right-hand side. Not a good one. Albion with the throw, and it's going to be interesting tactically if the Albion are keeping the ball as they are. As more players start to join in, play those passes into tight technical areas. If they do give it away, it may open up for Sunderland on the break. It's the risk and reward style we've become accustomed to. Swept forward, Brett. All the way home to Joe Cowan. So Reece Walsh to take. Met by Silsby. Throw will go the Albion's way. Good battling by Tyler Silsby, former England under-16 international. Mackley forced into a hurried pass. Sunderland's first chance to really play, but played themselves straight into the challenge of Mackley. Didn't need to clear that, but did. Switched by Hester. Ben Kindon. Jaden Jones. And now Sunderland break into the penalty area. Jones clipping one in the end, harmlessly wide of Jensen's post. Albion goal kick. Sebastian Jensen making start number 5 of the season in the PL2. Didn't feature in this competition last campaign after joining mid-season. Mackley looking to break lines. Sunderland win it back though. Geragushin to Proctor. Space opening up for Scott. Joining in is Walsh. And saved by Jensen, untroubled in the end by the ball, which was straight at his feet. 3 behind Sunderland, providing a lot of the threat. Whittaker, Proctor and Scott. Geragushin, centre forward, has been in good form himself though, the number 9. Middleton. Threaded through by Mills and straight to the feet of Joe Cowan. Oriola. Barkley, Atom. Turning is Silsby. Chance for Mills to deliver from the left into a good area. Oriola will take charge. Forced away from goal momentarily, but here's Charlie Tasker. Bends one back in. Good spell this for the Seagulls. Mills tried to volley it back to Silsby. Sunderland will escape away with the feet of Tom Proctor. Whittaker breaking clear, but brought down. Now Reece Walsh. Bailey Hester chipped long into the final third. Proctor offering support. Proctor. Garagushin. Silsby tripped as he attempted to clear. Albion will have the free kick. Barkley. Mills can bring it down and try and roll it into the path of Tyler Silsby. Delays the cross, now scoops one goalward. Rising at the back post is Tasker. Well, it's the first shot on target for the Albion. Had to generate all the power himself, Tasker. It was a looping cross in from that left-hand side. And did the right thing heading it down, but not enough power on the header or the cross, really, to trouble Joe Cowan. Here comes Hester. Now Whittaker. Trying to lose the attentions of Charlie Tasker and then find the feet of Garagushin. Atom, Barkley. Mackley for Oriola. No space to turn into. Albion will start again though. Hopefully 15 minutes have been played at a high tempo, but very little in the way of goal-mouth action thus far. Whittaker pokes one between the legs of Middleton. Barkley in on Garagushin. Free kick for an earlier foul. Looking to find the Armenian number 9's feet when they can. Get him turning with his back to goal. Brought back for the earlier trip on Jack Whittaker. It's going to be Hester to take this one. Now Whittaker joining in. Red and white shirts gathering toward the edge of the Albion penalty area. Whipped in by Hester. He's loose in the 18-yard box, eventually swiveled clear. Holcroft changing the angle. Good drop of the shoulder that by Jack Whittaker. Proctor. Fired away eventually by Silsby. Scott. Hester. Whittaker trying to play the 1-2 and go around Charlie Tasker. There was no route through. Mackley brings it away and finds Oriola. Could evade one challenge, but then ran straight into Tom Proctor. Free kick given for the trip, and you can see Tom Proctor frustrated at his full back for giving that one away. Oriola not really going anywhere. Really tricky start to the PL2 campaign for Sunderland. Lost their opening 3 games. Looked like it could have been a long season, but they've turned it round of late. Picking up a couple of positive results against Newcastle and Wolves, draws, and then beating Leicester City in that 3-2 victory last time out. A topsy-turvy match, which they came out the better on. Callum Mackley broke through with this under-21 side at 16, really. Mackley was getting his first taste of training with the under-21s, making a 10th start of the PL2 season tonight in this one, looking very composed on the ball. Ben Barkley. Atom. Barkley. Mackley has run into trouble in the form of Proctor. And Geragushin with a quick fire shot. Jensen wasn't sure. Alive for Scott. And in front of goal, and T can sweep up for the Albion. A strong left hand from Sebastian Jensen. Seemed unsure of whether he was going to need to make the save, and flicks out that left wrist to keep the ball out of the bottom corner. Big save for the Albion's #1. Best chance of the game, falling in the way of Sunderland thus far. Snapshot from Geragushin through a crowd. A smart stop from Jensen. Up the other end, Mills has snuck in behind, and Oriola's arriving for the Seagulls. Silsby on the follow-up. Middleton. It's open now. Tasker fired it into the ankles of Maio Oriola. Atom. Tasker, wonderful first touch. Not a bad cross either. Sunderland able to clear their lines. Ben Barkley. Albion's overage player, 29 years old. The centre-back, if you were wondering why he looks slightly different in stature to those around him. Mills, Proctor. Cross is blocked. Walsh. Not really sure Ben Kindon wanted that, and Walsh gets it right back from him. And they almost got themselves in a bit of a muddle on that Sunderland back line. Here is that chance. Came from nothing, really. It was a well-hit effort by Geragushin. Jensen almost surprised that he hit it, and then NT with some brilliant defending to stop Holcroft sneaking in. Here's Geragushin again. Really strong frame on the centre forward. Jaden Jones. Falls behind Liam Hunt. Ben Kindon. Hester. Albion's turn to sit in their shape and do some defending. Kindon, Geragushin tried to swivel past Barkley. Down he goes. Jensen looks long. Liam Hunt. Walsh almost gave it away to Mills. It's going to bounce out of play for an Albion throw. Mackley. Rolled wide, Charlie Tasker immediately looking forward. Hester was too close to Oriola, and that's going to be too close to Joe Cowan. Not quite clicking in the final third for either side thus far, but it's been an entertaining watch, in large part due to the pace at which the ball is moving and both sides' insistence on getting forward as quickly as possible. Real zip about the game. Tasker. Oriola. Under the feet of Middleton, able to guide it back to Jensen. Chugging forward is Atom. Tasker. Threaded through wonderfully by NT, and here's Mills. Silsby joining in. Trying to find that half yard to shoot or cross. Swung in eventually by Silsby and gathered by Joe Cowan. You wonder if the chance really was for Silsby to cross that first time, or for Mills to cross himself when he broke away on the left-hand side. They checked back the Albion, and by the time they did, the red and white shirts were gathered defensively. Foul by NT. Normally plays a bit further forward, Shane NT. Certainly did when he first joined the Albion. Playing in central midfield tonight. Got a great goal-scoring record this year. 4 and 10. 2 assists in the PL2 to go along with those 4 goals. Jensen digs out a ball wide, not his best. Scott can gather for Sunderland. Scott, Geragushin, and here's Jaden Jones, blocked by Barkley. Back to Geragushin. Thumped clear by the Albion. And Brett urged to his feet by the referee. Sunderland will build again. Dragged backwards. Geragushin shooting through the crowd. Jensen behind it, but in truth the deflection had taken all the sting out the strike. A couple of half chances for Sunderland. Mackley now. Tasker. Brett chasing down. Momentarily, it looks like Sunderland have just swapped the position of a couple of their players. Liam Hunt stepping forward into midfield, and covering him at the back is Finlay Holcroft. Might need some cover here, because it's been given away by Hester. Tasker's cross threatened to dribble in at that near post, but quickly covering was Joe Cowan. Mentioned in the pre-game build-up that he'd made his first Premier League 2 start. Between the sticks tonight, Joe Cowan, just 17 years of age, was the hero of Sunderland's FA Youth Cup last round, saving 2 penalties in the shootout. Here's Oriola. Barkley. Atom looking wide. Mills will do well to keep that in play, but does. And Cowan clearing out his back line to gather in the penalty area. Proctor cushions it down with his chest. Looking for movement in behind. Geragushin running off the shoulder of Ben Barkley, who did well. Sunderland have the throw. Mikey Harris sneaking into frame there. Albion coach, the eye in the sky, offering advice from a different angle. Liam Hunt, mentioned earlier, now stepping a bit further forward into midfield for Sunderland. Hester with space to cross from the left. Deep towards the back post, peeling off his Scott. Here's Walsh. Elected not to shoot that time. Whittaker might. Geragushin back toward Whittaker. No messing from Charlie Tasker. Could spell this the last 5 minutes or so for Sunderland. Wide to the left, Whittaker. First time to Proctor, but too much on that. Difficult skill. Cushion the side-footed volley into a teammate's path and straight out of play. Win over Leicester City was Sunderland's first win of 2026. It was the two you've just seen that combined in that game. Tom Proctor hit a brace, the number 10, Jack Whittaker scoring the other. Albion looking to bounce back from that 1-0 defeat with 10 men to Liverpool. At this stage of that game, they were already a goal and a man down, so more smooth sailing this evening. Silsby and T. Good awareness to shift that on quickly. But Hester can take it away from the toes of Oriola. Cowan, unchecked as he dribbles out. Brett now goes to close him down. Walsh. Hester. Kindon. In fact, it's Holcroft striding out from the back, and NT brought him down, and we'll get a yellow card for that. As clear as the day is long, Holcroft with a powerful run from centre-back, driving through midfield. Was a midfielder by trade. And NT catching a fair old chunk of his shirt to bring him down. Sunderland free kick. NT yellow card. Holcroft. Kindon. quarter of an hour, just under, to go till half-time. Still waiting for the deadlock to be broken. A couple of half chances for Geragushin. That's about it for either side thus far. Holcroft, Hester, 2 blue and white shirts in his way, and an offside flag. He's going to pause his progress anyway. Silsby, threaded in behind, and Mills can latch onto it. Tracked by Walsh is Harry Mills. Back to Silsby. The recovery speed of Sunderland worth praising. Not the first time the Albion have seemingly been in, and then the red and white shirts have just flooded back in such speed. The Albion have been forced to go backwards. Mills again. Chance to deliver early. Cleared away. Atom to NT, now on that yellow card. Barkley took his time before finding Tasker, bit of space for Oriola. Tasker. Oriola. Mackley. Trying to find space for Charlie Tasker. Oriola will go on the overlap. Tasker uses him as a decoy. Mackley. Patient from the Albion at the moment. Holcroft trying to sit in and defend, and Geragushin chasing. Sprayed wide towards Oriola, can't keep it in play. And it breaks down for the Seagulls. They've won it high here though. Middleton, Silsby. Clipped wide by Atom, driven in by Oriola. Running onto it is Jesse Middleton. And it fizzes wide of the top corner. It was a lovely attempt at goal. It would have been his first of the season. Curled it with the outside of his right, and it just faded away from the upright of Joe Cowan. An inventive hit as the ball bounced off the surface, but Sunderland are looking to respond. Whittaker across the face of goal. Barkley can clear. Whittaker again. Kindon. Walsh dumped to the ground by Silsby. And Walsh might need some help here. Brief pause in play. I have to say, imagine Graham Murty will be the happier of the two managers after 37 minutes. Albion have put in some deliveries, but aside from that, not created too much in the way of clear-cut chances. Sunderland's efforts from Geragushin, perhaps their best. And Ruth taking this opportunity to chat to his team. Is a very young Albion under-21 side. Easy to think these players are turning 20 or 21 themselves. In fact, a lot of the Albion players by that age are moved on to Championship, EFL loans. So 17 is Jesse Middleton, 18 Oriola, 18 Adam Brett, Tyler Silsby 17, Callum Mackley 18. It is a very youthful Albion side. Referee Isaac Sell just having a word with Tom Proctor. But all in blue and white, hearing the thoughts of Shannon Roth, who was quick to praise the Albion despite that defeat to Liverpool last time out. Said he couldn't ask any more of his players. They gave absolutely everything to hang in that game despite being down to 10. Let's hope some of that fight and grit can serve the Albion in the second half of the PL2 season. Walsh is back to his feet. Should be able to get this game back underway. It's taking a while for Sunderland to decide what they'd like to do with this free kick. Frustrating first 40 minutes or so for the man on your screen. Adam Brett, the Albion's number 9. Not seen a great deal of the ball, to feet or otherwise. Perhaps the second half will hold more involvement for him. Eventually, Walsh can step off the pitch and the free kick can be taken. Garagushin looking for first contact, beaten to it by Ben Barkley. Tasker volleys away. Chance perhaps here for Brett to feed off some scraps. Whitaker can sweep up though. Hester. Barkley holding off Garagushin. And Mills gets caught. Sunderland throw. Whitaker. Walsh. Holcroft. Walsh prodded down the line to Scott. Tracked out there by Noel Atom. Good sliding challenge made. Brett rides the tackle of Scott and will carry the Albion away. Silsby off and running ahead of him. Powerful run this by Adam Brett. Tasker. And again, Sunderland recover and recover in number. Barkley. Tasker in field to N.T. Sunderland will squeeze the Albion backwards to Jensen. Holcroft can dance away from the danger. Coolly done. Or rather, it's Jesse Middleton that's carrying it away. And now Silsby has Mills down the line. What a break this would be from the Albion. Tasker teed up, shots blocked, and eventually clattered clear. Well, that started at the edge of their own 18-yard box, the Albion. Jesse Middleton sweeping it with the outside of his boot when he was under heavy pressure. Any mistake there, it's a Sunderland goal. And the Albion broke up the pitch, and Tasker at the end of it couldn't find a finish. Meanwhile, Referee Isaac Searle just wanting a word with someone in red and white. Barkley. Mackley forward. Given away by Mackley. Sunderland take back over. Whittaker driven wide. Scott. Geragushin, early shots into the bottom left. And Sunderland take the lead to their Armenian number 9, Finn Geragushin. Well, he's been in fine fettle recently. Couple of goals in the FA Youth Cup and one tonight in the PL2. It was driven by Jaden Jones across the face of goal. And Finn Geragushin hammers home for his second PL2 goal of the season. Well worked by Sunderland. Shifted from right to left and a tap in the end for the number 9. Brighton have Albion 0, Sunderland 1. Finn Geragushin, the goal scorer. Albion will have to come from behind to get something out of this one. And they're after more, the Black Cats. Tasker. Whittaker takes over. Geragushin has Proctor in support. Took too long on the ball. Mackley down the line to Tasker. Will have some added time due to that injury to Reece Walsh. Jensen. Mackley turns back in field and back into pressure. Something for Mills to chase against Joe Cowan. Silsby underneath it and charged into the back off by Jaden Jones. It was his assist. I think he may have been shooting as he rolled that along the face of goal. But it was enough for Geragushin just to tap it in the 6-yard box. 3 added minutes coming up at the end of the first half. Mackley found Charlie Tasker, and Tasker's attempted delivery blocked. Albion corner kick. Could this be the route back into this one? Oriola in. Bodies go up. Cowan punches. Middleton. Oriola. They've doubled up on Maya Oriola. He's won it back. Tasker. Mackley. Minute and a half left to play. First half stoppage time. Atom. Silsby. shoveling it past Kinden and being brought down. Albion are going to have a free kick. So, Tyler Silsby with perhaps the last action of this first half, and the Albion in need of a goal. A long way from goal. More likely perhaps to try and lift this onto the head of a teammate, but who knows? Silsby and Oriola over it. It will be a strike from Silsby, straight into the wall. Oriola gathers himself. Sunderland may be able to break with Whittaker. Middleton's done very well just to keep chasing after that one, and still he goes on. And that will do it for the first 45 in Lancing. A half, a few chances and one goal. Half-time score, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Sunderland 1.
Watch out. Same again. Yeah, nice. Last one, boys. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Just a left footed swing that one. Yeah, it's fair. I'll give you left.
Lads, 2 balls going. Don't get tight. Don't stay in the one spot. Move yourselves around. Distance.
Oh, he's not, is he? He's not.
Sally, sit.
Oh, with that shit as well. And that detail. And time. Good boy. Wait, can you just give me a big sprint across the pitch? Yes. Inch. Yeah. Yeah. You get through across the pitch.
You can use me if you left. Yes. Yes, what?
Will.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Darian.
Let's switch play.
Yeah. Coming on. Yeah. Two more big sprints, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Oh! Ready? Dad. Dad, you ready, yeah?
Alex. Right. Marcus, come inside.
That's all you, man.
Lads, play around with the one ball. Every now and then I'll put it in, either defensively against you, or fire it in for you to attack.
Who you want?
Yeah.
Will you get me there?
Go on then. Come up with the play. Stick with the play. Yeah, you're in the wide area.
It's on. Yep. That's it.
Let's see if everyone's touching it. You get one up. Alex! Head it!
Come on.
Come on, Chaz. Good. Well done. Just come back and join in.
Why didn't you come back out anyway? So just jog. Just out. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Come on.
This out.
No, normal passing, boys. Come on. Yeah, Joe.
Go on, get up. Go on then.
Yeah, muy good.
Did you keep running? Yes, then.
You need to find your range out. Jazz.
Yeah.
Take a touch, Ben. Take a touch. That was actually pretty good. Who said touch?
Welcome back to second half coverage of Brighton Hove Albion versus Sunderland in the Premier League 2. Work for the Albion to do then, trailing 1-0 at the break, courtesy of Finn Geragushin's first half striker tap in at the back post, following a cross-come shot from Jayden Jones. And the Seagulls had their moments in the first half, got the ball into wide areas, tried to swing it across, but weren't really able to come up with anything clear-cut. Can that change across the second 45? Time will tell. 3 of the Albion's 4 losses in the Premier League 2 this season have come by a scoreline of 1-0. Time to make sure that tonight is different. Jesse Middleton, playing very well in that first half, stands over the ball in the centre circle. Looks like we may be about to see a couple of switches at the interval. Sunderland are going to bring on Alexander Leonard. And it's going to be Reece Walsh that makes way. He did go down in the first half, the only injury of the first 45. We're also going to see Charlie Dinsdale. He's going to make his way onto the pitch for Felix Scott. So Felix Scott off, Dinsdale on, and Reece Walsh off. Alexander Leonard on. Second half then, ready to get underway. Silsby and Middleton over the ball in the centre circle, waiting for the referee's whistle. Here we go. Can the Albion pull themselves back level? Ben Barkley. Rolled forward over halfway, looking for the feet of Adam Brett. Sunderland able to work it back to Joe Cowan. Dinsdale. Bringing it out from the back is Liam Hunt. Middleton can take over. Atom now. Pulling wide, Silsby. Lovely switch of play. Can Maya Oriola find space? Tasker waits down the line. Got very little change out of Bailey Hester in the first half, Oriola. Trying to change that here. Oriola. Tasker. Cleared away and behind by Liam Hunt. It's going to be an Albion corner kick. Come in from the right. Maya Oriola, early set piece in this second half. Driven in towards the hands of Cowan, wasn't sure. Helped it over the top of the crossbar. Another chance for Oriola to deliver. Not much to do for Cowan in that first half. We'll need to test him more in this second, the Albion. put this one. Again, it's whipped in towards the goal of Joe Cowan. Steered away at the near post. Short, Silsby. Mills. Oriola bent in towards the far corner and helped over the top for a third successive Seagulls corner kick. Tom Proctor back defending and organising his side. Tyler Silsby will take from the left in towards the back post, and it's deflected over the top. It seemed destined for the corner off the head of Charlie Tasker. Beat his man to the ball, tried to steer it in the bottom corner, and a crucial touch off Ben Kinden's head carries it over the crossbar. Well, Tasker got ahead of Kinden, flicked it towards the corner, and Kinden stretched his neck muscles to see it over the top. Another Albion corner, a fourth in a row. Back post it goes, headed down, saved by Cowan. Tasker made first contact again. Cowan blocked it away at his near post. Back in towards the 18-yard box. Brett has a strike, and that one's wide of the mark. Well, here is that header. All Cowan had to do was make himself big. Didn't know a great deal about it. Delivery was sent back into the 18-yard box, where it was swept forward by Adam Brett, but saved in the end. And apologies, there has been a substitution missed for the Albion. Darius Lane made his way onto the pitch at half-time for the Seagulls. That is a PL2 debut for Darius Lane, the American. In midfield, here comes Sunderland. Tom Proctor. Garagushin in behind again. It's a marvellous sliding challenge by Noel Atom. The definition of last ditch, as Garagushin was shaping to shoot. Had to get that spot on, Atom, and did so. It was Shane and T that made way for Darius Lane. Again, that is a PL2 debut for the American. Darius Lane, very, very highly thought of. Exciting to see him get a run out this evening. Sunderland corner kick taken short. Curled in towards the back post, sails away. Ben Barkley. Dribbling out from the back was Atom. Middleton. Here comes Mills. He's got the pace to scamper up this left-hand side. Past Dinsdale. Middleton. Lane. Oriola. Tasker on the overlap. In towards the 18-yard box. And Brett's touch is out only for a goal kick. Forward it goes. Lane. Change in shape for the Albion. They've gone to a back four. Push Lane into midfield. Next to Middleton. That's allowed T to get a bit further forward. Looks like Mackley's made way, in fact, not T. Just to give the Albion another body up the pitch. Silsby finds Mills. Rolled along the edge of the 6-yard box. Cleared away. Ben Kindon, the man that put his boot through it. Albion now have a 3 behind and around Adam Brett up top. That's made up of T, Oriola and Silsby, 2 deeper in midfield. Lane and Middleton. In-swinging corner kick here coming up from the left. It's a deep delivery. Atom back across goal. Surely this will be turned home. But Tasker, again the man on the end of it from a set piece, has sent it over the top. Well worked set piece routine. Atom heading it back to where it came from. And then Tasker could run onto it just inside the penalty area, but got underneath it and volleyed it over. And confirmation there that it was Mackley that made way, a centre-back for midfielder Darius Lane. So change of shape for the Albion to a 4-2-3-1, matching up what Sunderland are doing. And T will get high and really close to Brett now, as opposed to playing deeper in midfield. Is carrying that yellow card, of course. Apologies for any confusion with the substitutions. Here is T. Dinsdale. Leinard. Leinard can bring it away for Sunderland. Heavy touch. Silsby was lurking. Defending for Tasker to do. Dragged across goal. Garagushian. Whitaker. Atom plays it off. Garagushian. Albion goal kick.
Liam, who are we sending to get the ball this way? Who? Sort it then. So why are you off it? Liam! Why are you off it? Too late, Liam!
Barkley had to clear in a hurry. Adam Brett. Oriola. Good football to find Darius Lane. Looking for the through ball back towards Brett. Seen home to Joe Cowan. Leinard. Disdale. And a mistake by Jensen under little pressure will give Sunderland possession back, although it is Silsby raising the apologetic hands. Perhaps that's a space he should have been in. Garagushian again has used his frame really well to earn Sunderland a free kick. He's been a real nuisance up there for the Black Cats. Scored 2 and 2 in the FA Youth Cup and was actually sent off following his goal in their last round against West Bromwich Albion. That win on penalties and Sunderland a trip, or a game rather, against, guess who, Brighton and Hove Albion. So these two sides will meet in FA Youth Cup action toward the end of the month. Right now, though, Sunderland free kick. Whitaker to take. In from Whittaker. Allowed to bounce all the way through. Loose in front of goal and swivelling. Striking over the top was Proctor. Delivery just drifted on and on and on all the way to that back post area. Was only waiting for contact. When it found its way down to Proctor, he turned and lashed it over the top. On the swivel. Brett. It's behind Lane. It's going to be Sunderland that take over again. Haven't really got set in the first 15 minutes of this second half, the Albion.
Yeah, so does he need to be in front? Make sure you move in there.
They want it here though. Middleton. Adam Brett has options to aim at. And tees one of them. Backheeled away by Lynard. Middleton. Down the line, Mills to cross. Back post it goes, Oriola was jumping. Charlie Tasker can keep it alive for the Seagulls. Tasker curled in, and T, Mills arriving. Up in the air goes the clearance, Middleton trying to fight for it. Hooked back in towards T. It's untidy, and Sunderland will bring it away. And bring it away in number. Whittaker. Lane put the shoulder in on Jack Whittaker.
Liam, who are you jumping, Liam? Liam, you need to talk. Chicken. Keep going, chicken. Yes, deeper, Charlie. Get going now, Charlie. Ball side. Ball side.
Mills bending one in behind. What a ball that is. And now here comes T, but the finish was far too tame. Must have got his studs caught in the turf there. Shane T, after being released brilliantly by Mills. Oriola, can he put that one right? Jesse Middleton, I have to say, in a game in which the Albion have struggled a little bit to find their rhythm, 17-year-old Jesse Middleton in the middle of the park is really impressed. Well, he's kept the ball moving, kept it ticking, escaped pressure. Mills charged down off the ball by Finlay Holcroft. Here is this through ball in behind. It's inch perfect. And indeed, did he just get his studs caught? I'm not sure it's even that. Just couldn't make clean contact. Albion will turn to their bench again. Aidan West is going to come on. And it is Jesse Middleton to make way. Off comes the central midfielder, Jesse Middleton. On comes a forward in Aidan West. And West will likely go up top alongside Adam Brett. Maybe this is going to be more of a 4-4-2 now for the Seagulls. And T might just drop back next to Lane. Oriola wide on one side, Silsby wide on the other, and then Brett and West as a front two. Ben Barkley, long towards West. Now he's got someone to play off Adam Brett. Mills, Silsby. Atom to Barkley. Barkley on to Tasker. It is a proper old school 4-4-2 now. Oriola, can he find joy as a winger in this formation? Running at Hester, and Hester slides in. He's had a fantastic individual performance, Bailey Hester, the left back for Sunderland against Maya Oriola, who has run and run and run at him, and every time Hester's had the answers. In-swinger coming up though from Maya Oriola. Again, gets his toe under it, loops it into that 18-yard box. Ben Barkley fighting for the loose ball. Mills strikes through a crowd. And Lane goes backward. Did strike the referee, Isaac Searle. Didn't seem to have a significant impact on where the ball was going. It'll be interesting to see which side he gives possession to here. The Albion seemingly had the ball when that hit Isaac Searle. And I think are rightly frustrated that Sunderland, after the Albion had won it back, will restart with possession under no pressure at the edge of their 18-yard box. Atom under pressure here, steered back to Jensen. He's done well to save the corner kick. Noel Atom not getting up in a hurry. Signed from RB Leipzig, a German youth international, centre back. But at the moment, down on the deck, Sunderland waiting to take the resulting throw. Thrown in. Garagushin. West. Held up. Barkley forward. Holcroft. Leinard. Mills can intercept. Silsby, though, has gone down. Struggling with something. He'll need attention himself. Back to his feet. Noel Atom, though, does not seem as though he will be able to continue. Getting another look here at the goal which changed this game. Jaden Jones squeezing it across the 18-yard box beautifully into the path of Finn Garagushin, who just had a tap in to finish it off. And the Albion have already taken off a centre-back in Mackley. They do have Charlie Penman, a defender, on the bench. So no real great concern, but Atom in discomfort. .67 minutes gone. Brighton Hove Albion 0, Sunderland 1. Albion 17th in the Premier League 2. New format, a tightly compacted league. Albion need to make the top 16 to qualify for the end of season playoffs. But the sides that finish just below that, 17, sort of downwards, to 24 take on the top 8 teams from Category 2 of the Professional Development League in a new format for 2025-26. It won't be the end of the Albion season if they don't finish in the top 16. That is a change new for this campaign. The Albion, at the moment, the Albion would be highest in that new playoff format with the top 8 teams from Category 2. Of course, they will want to be in the top 16 in the Premier end of season competition come April time. Sunderland win it high with Proctor striking from distance. It's a brilliant save by Jensen to tip it away. Well, just after we'd got back underway, Sunderland go on the attack, winning it high, Proctor taking over, striking from the edge of the 18-yard box. It was travelling, it had everything behind it, and Jensen makes a smart stop. Penman on for the Albion, as predicted, Atom off. Sunderland corner kick. Driven in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Ben Barkley with the first header. Another effort comes goalward. This one steered away by Aidan West. Proctor, his fierce drive earlier, almost beating Jensen. Nothing fierce about that through ball though. Darius Lane. Penman. Mills over the top, something for West to chase. Cowan comes out to clear. Barkley forward once more. Dinsdale brings it down. Lynards, captain of New Zealand, under 17 level, captain them to the under 17 World Cup in Qatar. Good interception by Mills. Can he spring the Albion forward? How they need something to build off in the other end. Got a throw here. Bunty. Barkley. Oriola. Charlie Penman. Mills cut back to Penman. Looking for a delivery. Scooped into the 18-yard box. Cowan spilled it. Lynard will hack it away. Knotted up by Tasker. West. Oriola looking for room. He's done well, Oriola. The challenge is made, though, by a covering Proctor. And the Albion will have to settle for a corner kick. Maya Oriola, the man to take. They've had enough of these in the second half, the Albion. Had 4 in a row. Just as the second half kicked off, they've taken this one short. Silsby drives one in, straight into the arms of Cowan. Sunderland in a hurry to get on with it up the other end, and the Albion may have got their numbers wrong, because here come the Black Cats with Jaden Jones. Looking for a pass in the middle, Proctor couldn't gather it. And Jensen scoops it up.
Get your shape right. Liam, don't throw chasing him, Liam. We're on man-to-man, Liam. Liam, get your shape right.
Next one, Ben.
Ben.
Chance for Disdale. He's got runners ahead of him. Disdale, one of them is Garagushin. He left the ball behind. He digs it out now. And his curling effort towards the top corner, off the mark. Albion fortunate that he wasn't able to take that in stride and burst towards the penalty area. Had to go back and reach for the ball. And curling effort over the top. Disdale broke away on the right. Had runners, one of them Holcroft, went instead in field to Garagushin, whose goal still separates us. Proctor, Jaden Jones keeps it in play. Barkley away. No, it had gone out. Albion goal kick. I mentioned this being a young Albion team and the bulk of the players aged 20 or 21 around that being on EFL loans. Kamari Doyle and featuring for Reading and Mario Koja-Dubry have been playing well for Bolton Wanderers till a knee injury. And Jacob Slater starting both of Harrogate Town's recent games in League Two. Some of the Albion players making their mark in the EFL. Not least goalkeeper James Beadle. Here comes Sunderland. Disdale through the lines. Garagushin and Jones. Couldn't hit the target. More incisive football from Sunderland. Disdale's making a difference off the bench. Found Garagushin. One touch back to Jaden Jones, but couldn't find the finish required. Darius Lane. Tasker's ball forward cut out. West. Lane commits the foul. Sunderland will have a free kick, and it is turning bitty. It's going to be a substitution for the Black Cats. A pair of them by the looks of things. Elias Lenz coming on. And number 15, Marcus and Neil joining him. So Lenz and Neil on. Albion also going to introduce Joe Belmont. Tyler Silsby, the man to make way for the Albion. So the Albion swap Silsby for Belmont. Sunderland bring on Neil and Disdale. Or rather, Elias Lenz and Marcus Neil in that instance. Called in to the 18-yard box. Away by Tasker. Helped on. Oriola. Tasker. Albion on the counter. Charlie Tasker. On he goes. Still onto his right foot. Lifted over the top. Was an impressive run. Finished though off the mark for Charlie Tasker. Just carried on driving at Hester. Shifted it onto his favoured right. Tight angle. Lifted it over the top. Sunderland goal kick. Time running out for the Albion. Barkley tangled up. Barkley continuing just to toe forward. Penman. Backward it goes. Albion have lost out. Tasker though.
Can we make contact? Good, good, chicken. Jack, stay there, Jack. Jack, stay there.
Penman. Mills. Oriola. Good first touch to take him past Holcroft. Oriola into the penalty area. Backwards across goal it goes. Darius Lane running to latch onto it. Swung in towards the head of Brett. Oriola fighting for it, out of play. Chipped over the top. Mills, tight angle. Flicked goalwards. Brett's touch, couldn't carry it home. West is chasing after it. Sunderland will try and break with Whittaker, who's got the legs to lose Ben Barkley. And Ben Barkley brought him down. Here's the chance for Brett. Mills managed to pick him out, and on the stretch, lifted it wide of the goal. Meanwhile, Sunderland unhappy with that challenge from Ben Barkley. He is 10 years Jack Whittaker's senior, and he's going to pick up a yellow card for that foul. Wasn't a particularly pretty challenge to halt his progress. It's 10 years less running in the tank, I think, for Jack Whittaker on Ben Barkley there as he sped past him. Sunderland take the free kick, back across goal, snapshot. Came in and drifted wide from Marcus Neal. As it was headed across, fell kindly for him. And Neal couldn't make the required contact. Still alive, though, in the 18-yard box. Disdale looking for a touch, finding one. Sunderland double their advantage. And Marcus Neal, the substitute, not long on, is the man that's got the crucial touch. Well, they've made their threat count in this second half, just as they did in the first. Starting to turn the screw. And Neal, who went close moments ago, this time does find the back of the net. Albion played themselves into a bit of bother. Ben Barkley not on the same wavelength as N.T. Jensen did well to make the first save. It was scooped up by Disdale. And when it ran through, Neal able to tuck it into the far corner. Dinsdale's assist. Marcus Neal's goal. And this game looks beyond the Albion now. Switched by N.T. Oriola. Looking for some late drama, running at Holcroft. Down the line. More fantastic running by Holcroft. Lane has a hold of his shirt. Dinsdale putting the pressure on Darius Lane. Chance perhaps for the Albion to sneak in the other way with Belmont. Meyer Oriola. Brought down by Jaden Jones. Albion will have a free kick. Well, Sunderland substitutions have made a difference. I saw them combine there. The line had shored up the back line, and there's been real energy from Dinsdale, the number 16, Marcus Neal, the number 15, who have come off the bench in wide areas. Albion with a free kick. If they can get one now, they can make the last 5 minutes plus stoppage time interesting. Lane and Oriola over it. Scooped in by Oriola. Back post rising was Penman. But the offside flag is up for the Seagulls, and that's frustrating given how close to the byline that free kick was taken.
Well done! Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Sunderland taking their time over this throw. Albion making that point. They'll try and bleed out these last 5.5 minutes if they can. This would be 1 loss in 5 for the Black Cats. Very welcome return. Lovely footwork that by Darius Lane. And now it's getting a bit bitty out there. Mills. Maya Oriola into the penalty area. Brilliant block. Holcroft in the way. And played in the academy with Tommy Watson, Finlay Holcroft. Overlapped in an FA Youth Cup side a couple of years ago. Now of the Albion, of course. Corner kick comes in for the Seagulls. Helped wide, Maya Oriola again. Darius Lane picks out a cross, quickly blocked behind. Another Albion set piece from the left. Driven near post this time. Clever flick attempted by Belmont. Sunderland clear their lines. Jensen will collect almost on halfway. Over the top from Jensen. Away by Holcroft. Whittaker. Really poor pass. Mills. Oriola. Running into trouble. Running into Holcroft. Whittaker across midfield. Intercepted by Tasker. Keeping it alive is West. Curled in towards the 18-yard box. Mills on the stretch is busting along to keep this in play and does. Oriola. Back in it goes. West fighting for it. And Elias and Lenz able to roll it away. Here's Lenz again. Penman headed straight down to Whittaker. It's going to take late dramatics for the Albion now. Credit Sunderland, they've been very good today. Mills tugging back, or tugged back rather. It's going to be a yellow card. I believe it's going to be for the cynical trip on Charlie Tasker as he was breaking away earlier. Quickly on to Darius Lane. Mills to take. Garagushin. Still he goes on. Garagushin motoring forward. Trying to slide in against Jensen. Albion find Tasker. He's off and running the other way. It was Neil, Marcus Neil, that picked up the yellow card for that trip on Tasker. Darius Lane setting himself to strike from distance, and it kept on rising. Won't be a PL2 debut to remember for Lane. Next question is how much added time we are going to get. Albion, of course, with plenty of chances to bounce back into the semi-finals of the Sussex Senior Cup. And in the PL2, they travel to Wolves, host Birmingham, and host Newcastle United. And although the age bracket is different, Albion will have a chance to avenge this, what looks like defeat at the moment, to Sunderland in the FA Youth Cup, the two meeting in that competition later on in the month. 5 added minutes coming up. Whittaker. Flick doesn't come off. Penman could take over on halfway. Darius Lane tried the back heel, and then it's a careless challenge by Holcroft. Looked through Brett as much as anything, but enough on the ball in the eyes of Isaac Searle, who's taken a pretty lenient approach to his refereeing performance today. Barkley and West scooped in by Tasker, nodded on by Ben Barkley. Lurking was Mills, and Cowan down. Mills fires into an empty net, but the whistle had already gone for his bump on Joe Cowan. Sunderland centre-back Ben Kinden to get us restarted. Off the boots of Cowan. Chested forward by Barkley. Space for Tasker again. He's found a lot of that in this second half. Hesitates, then drives for the byline. Cut out though again by Whittaker. Lane finds Penman. Now Ben Barkley, 2.5 minutes left to play. Can the Albion have something to build off for the next game? Maybe here with Joe Belmont But Elias Lenz can roll it away. Here's Lenz again. Turning. And he's stolen it back. Into the arms, though, of Cowan, or rather the feet of Cowan, who will take his time.
How is you keeping your count going? You can't count.
Forward off the boots to Cowan. West. Barkley. Curled wide towards Mills. Jaden Jones. Neat turn that by Oriola, but he ran into Holcroft. He's been exceptional for Sunderland. There's been some real excellent displays from the away side tonight, individually. Hester, Holcroft. And the big man up top, Geragushin, whose goal scoring got this one underway. Darius Lane curled in straight through to Joe Cowan.
Keep him here. Good. Well done, Ellie.
Belmont
Well done, you.
has tripped Elias Lenz, making his long-awaited recovery from injury. Elias Lenz a few weeks ago, 315 days he had out with a hamstring, almost a full year. Real rough time of it. Back playing football for Sunderland now, the German midfielder. Time almost up here in Lansing. Maybe one more attack on the cards for Sunderland. But no, that will do it. Isaac Searle puts the whistle to his lips to bring it to a close. Tough evening for the Albion. It finishes here. Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Sunderland 2.
It's not too good.